What's up, everyone? Welcome to a new episode of Moving with Life. Andy here, and it's Friday. At least it's Friday's episode. And with Friday, today's theme, today's thoughts, I think tie in very well. And that is because I'm just going to touch base on gratitude and entitlement and not necessarily how to navigate, but just Fridays usually bring those end of the week vibes where it's like you're taking a deeper breath, you're excited for what's to come on the weekend, even if it might just be relaxing and laying low and resting until Monday comes. Is it likely? It's up to you. However you want to spend your weekends, and if today's not your Friday, you'll get there. Or maybe it already happened and you're starting a fresh week. Maybe you work over the weekend. Either way, there's various things, and even with that, it's hard to sometimes be optimistic when your Friday doesn't land with maybe whether it's your significant other, maybe your child has activities over the weekend or something, and you have to work. There's many things like that, and honestly, the way the system has been built here, where Monday through Friday is like work, and then everybody's just ready for the weekend. Not everybody gets to experience that now, and especially with the growth of retail, and it's cool because with that, allows people for shopping, but there's a whole nother tale for that, and even that can help us be less grateful and not think about, cool, I have some time off. Or just think about, I have to go to work tomorrow, or I can't wait until my next big break. I can't wait till my next vacation or next holiday or whatever. And in general, those things, it's fine. I get it, but it's hard for me to, especially because whenever I am in a conversation, whether it's in a small group or individually with one-on-one, I tend to go the opposite direction. So if someone says, "Oh, I can't wait till the next holiday," I'm like, "Next holiday?" I'm like, just random example. Let's say from now until Thanksgiving, right? Like, "Oh, I can't wait till the next holiday break." It's like it's October 16th. We still have like a whole month of like just time. And I'm not saying you should be working 31 days in a row. I'm saying that we can get so much done right now. And that includes, let's just say, for example, right now, October, pumpkin patch, Halloween parties, a concert. Let's take what's been given to us. And I think that's my center for today's episode and for Friday, and gratitude, because then the opposite is entitlement. We think we deserve X, Y, Z. We think, and most times, a lot of people that I know, y'all work hard, and you go back and you go back and you go back. Some of my favorite nurses in Chicago just work. No fuss, no pessimism. They just go and they work. But when we get away from a normal Monday through Friday schedule, when we're not able to have the job or things that maybe we want, and we can go, and that's a whole other thing. Wants and needs, that's a whole other thing. And I've talked about that before. But when things don't go our way because we think we deserve something, I tend to pull in the opposite direction. Because, again, the example of, oh, I can't wait for Thanksgiving. I can't wait to have a 2-week vacation in Christmas time. It's like, that's so far away. It's so far away. I want to encourage everyone, and if you're listening to this, to pause, even if it's just for maybe even if you've made it through these first 5 minutes of this episode, and it doesn't have to be an existential thing the way I feel like I sound sometimes, but it's because it is how I feel and how I truly what I truly believe, like what foundational value that I have, because I have found myself in my life where I don't feel like no one owes me anything. I am my hardest critic. I try to be. And a lot of that is with intent. But it's because, for the sake of it and for the sake of this episode, there's certain things that I've been able to earn, certain things I've been able to learn, some things I've been able to build over time because of whatever time I gave to it. And so for me, I guess that just ties into not being owed anything. It's like, you work hard. I believe you work hard. So then when there's time for downtime, you can even tie in this whole like work hard, play hard, which I actually haven't heard that phrase in a while, and I haven't said that phrase in a while. But I have thought about it because I know there's a concept, and I was just talking to my dad the other day about this, where when I was playing baseball back, when I was a kid, he always said, he wanted me to clean my cleats, and his thing about cleaning cleats was, you look good and you play good. And then when I got to college and I was going to school, I was working retail, I was trying to go down the music, be a musician full time professionally. I was doing all these things, and I was technically working on something at all times, 24 hours a day. It then tied in this work hard, play hard, and maybe that's some of the attachment, some of the supplement to what I want to bring today when it comes to entitlement, when it comes to being grateful. Because at the end of the day, when I have had a productive day, and I'm like, I sit down, I turn off my laptop, I sit back, and even if we're there, if I'm there with Gina, if we're hanging out at the house or whatever we're doing, but there's moments where it's like, oh, like, this is good. Like, everything's pretty good, and I don't feel like this all the time. I'm telling this to you now, where I don't feel that sigh of relief, that sense of relief all the time. But we should strive to get that sense of relief. The last point I want to bring up before we wrap up for today is there's something that my buddy Jake, he actually has his own YouTube channel and stuff like that, which is pretty awesome, and I like watching his videos. But I was helping him with Sunday services when I was deployed, when we were deployed. And there's something that he said that stuck with me. I don't know that I had heard it in that way before, but whether it's a job, and maybe we might not like it much or at all, but we get to do it. Versus I have to do it. We get to do it. And hopefully, again, sometimes you have to work a job that you don't like. And I hope that you can figure out the way to get yourself out of that. But wherever you end up and whatever you decide to do to lead you to that next step or whatever that may look, it's like, we get to do this. And from that moment, from that time that he said that, and I've heard him say it at various times in other circumstances, but it's like, we get to do this. We get to praise. We get to pray. We get to sit and listen to the word. And so hopefully this will help just take a pause and not rush to the next thing. I.e. like a month from now, 2 months from now, it's like we're gonna. And again, I feel like I'm repeating myself because I do feel strongly about this. We'll get there, but there's so many things that are fun too. Not just, I'm not talking about work and labor. There's a lot of things we can do today, tomorrow, and we have. And this might. I didn't think about this right now, so I just said it. Today and tomorrow there is no guarantee. I hope. I have hope. I tie in faith from Wednesday. I have hope. I have faith. I look forward to what I hope to will come. We don't deserve anything. We should give ourselves grace. We should give ourselves that pause. We should give ourselves that little moment of quiet. So, as we wrap up today, thanks for joining. I hope I was able to keep those points just, and whether it's your health, whether it's your work life, your home life, personal goals, hobbies, things you want to improve on, things you want to get rid of, toxicity, negativity, whether it's from people, whether it's from social media, whatever it may look like. Let's strive to protect our mental health, ourselves, but then so that those that are closest to us, hopefully we can move together. So, if today's episode brought you something, please subscribe, please comment. Comment something that you're grateful for this week, something unexpected some maybe some serendipity that happened to you this week. But nonetheless, like, subscribe, comment. The email is always in the show notes. My general social media is always in the show notes, so you can always DM me, or we can have a conversation. But for now, keep moving with life, and I'll see you very soon.